Well, hello, lovely people. Hope you're well wherever you're watching from, and welcome to the July question and answer here from London Visited. So, hope you're good, hope you're well. That thing that's just behind me is called Blue Sky. Now, we don't often get that. Anyone that visits London will know that you take pot luck, but we're about to enter a beautiful time where the weather is going to be fantastic. So I thought I'd take the opportunity, get out and about and do one of these from out and about. Now, we're in Trinity Gardens. Now, Trinity Gardens is right opposite the Tower of London, and it's a lovely little quiet space. Now, I say quiet space, you're going to hear lots and lots of police and ambulances and all the rest of it going past, because it's a main thoroughfare for that, so ignore that. But it's a nice little place just to get away from everyone else that's coming up to the Tower of London or to Tower Bridge, which are all in the same sort of area. So we'll have a little look around in a minute. There's loads of history here as well, and as you'd sort of expect from London, there's a lot of gory history here as well. I know when Rhonda was over recently, she said, "God, you Brits, you killed everyone." Yeah, and we did it here. But anyway, I'll show you that in a couple of seconds. We've got some more great questions which have come in this month, so thank you so much for sending those in. And also, if you've got any questions for next month, just put them in the comments down below. This seems to be a feature that people are loving, which is great. And you can ask any questions on London, please do, but also ask any questions on London Visited as well. So please, anything that you've got, just let us have them, and then we'll answer those in August's one, which will come up at the end of August. And I must admit, I love filming these. These are great, but you never know quite what's going to happen from the general public as well, sort of joining in. Right, before we get into the questions, let's give you a quick show around. And if we do that, then you'll get an idea of the sort of place that we are and some of the things that are around here. As I said, it's a lovely little tuck away. Here we go. Right, so here in front, we've got First World War Memorial there, and then as you go around, now directly behind the First World War Memorial is the Tower of London, so that's where we are there. Then as we swing around, you can see the Shard and the city over there. That's All Hallows Church. We've got a video coming on that soon, and that's got some incredible Roman remains in there, so we're going to show you that. This is a massive area for memorials. So here you've got the memorial. This is to the Second World War, which is here. We're going to have a look at that in a second. And then you've got a lovely grass area. Now, let's just take you down first of all to the Second World War Memorial, where there's a plaque down there. And in the plaque, you've got someone's laid a wreath, which is really lovely. As I said, the idea of these is not just to answer your questions, but also just to get a feel for some of the different places in London. And actually, funny enough, I don't think we've ever featured this place. But there you go, you've got a memorial just there, which is lovely down in this area. And there's loads of benches, so you come and sit down here to your heart's content, and also look at some of the names of those who lost their lives during the Second World War. Right, so let's go back up. And then we're going to take you to another piece of history. Now, this is one that many people don't come to. I don't even know it's here. And it's this area here. Now, if you watched our Halloween video from quite a long time ago, you may well recognise it. It was probably from about 3 or 4 years ago. This area is the area, unbelievably, where the ancient scaffold was, where they hung people or executed people outside the Tower of London. Everyone thinks all the executions happened inside the Tower of London. They didn't. All the major executions happened here in this park. And there you go. You've got here some of the names and some of the dates of people that were executed in this square. There we go. Right back from 1381. So it all happened in this area of the square here in the park. Yeah, grisly, gruesome. But it did happen here. So if you're coming to Tower of London and you want to see this piece, it's literally just over the road. And what we'll do at the end is we'll just take a little walk over there so you can see it's literally over the road. And as you can see here, you've got a lovely park area where you can sit and be comfortable. And we're right by Tower Hill Station. So that's where we are. So the next thing to do before we get into the Q&A is just take you through the First World War Memorial Museum, the memorial that's here. There we go. And once again, you've got names on the walls engraved of those that lost their lives. There we go. Just gives you a bit more of a view of the park. And that is the edge of the City of London. And as you can see, also down here, you get lots of groups getting ready to go into the Tower of London and take in a little bit of history as well. Okay, so this month, I think what we'll do is we'll sit down because it's quite noisy and I'm probably going to get hit by traffic around here. So let's go hit some questions. Luana, thank you very much. Got a couple of questions. Let's hit with the first one. I love this one, a great historical one. For the lovely old melodic bell chimes of Big Ben, she says, are the bells in the tower the original bells or have they been replaced? And are they regularly cared for to keep in good order and condition? Well, what a fantastic question. Well, Big Ben is actually the nickname which is given to the biggest bell in Big Ben, which is called the Great Bell. And that was originally put in, let me just remind myself, they say 1856. Now, they put the bell in there in 1856 and it was cast up in the north of England. When they put it in, it was going absolutely fine until they realised a couple of months after that the hammer blows caused to the bell had caused it to crack. So they had to take the bell out. They took it to the Whitechapel Bell Foundry, and we've got to go and visit there at some point because the old remains of the Bell Foundry are still there. But anyway, they took it down there, tried to repair it, repaired the crack, put the bell back up. Guess what? Yep, within another couple of months, it went again. So they had to take it down, redo it, and they carried on doing this quite regularly until about 1859. In 1859, they repaired it, and they put they cast some other bell part over it. So what they did was, over the crack, they put another piece of metal, but they then cracked as well. And in the end, they gave up. So there is still the original cracks in the bells from 1859. So yep, they're still standing. They give us the chimes that you hear. Now there's also some quarter bells and some other bells in there as well. But yet they got the original bell that's there. And are they cared for? Yeah, they are cared for, well and truly cared for. So we've had the restoration recently happen of the whole tower where the scaffolding came down, and I think that was in 2022 the scaffolding had been down. It had been up round it for quite some time, for about 2 or 3 years, whilst they cleaned it all up and they did renovations. So they really do make sure that it's okay and they keep it in fine working order. So a great question to start with. Thanks, Luana, for that one. Next one, we got one from Irma, which is brilliant. So Irma over in Finland, and Irma says, do we have outside summer theatres? And she means in both the show and the audience are out in the nature. So we've got 2 main ones in London, and I dare say people will probably be tapping on the keyboard now going, oh, there's more out where I live, and there probably are. But the 2 main ones I'm going to cover are the Shakespeare Globe Theatre, which was originally opened in 1599. That then closed down years after. And it wasn't until 1997 that they rebuilt the new Globe Theatre where it is now, which is not far from the distance from the original one. And with that, you're pretty much sitting outside and the play is going outside. That's the big one. The one that not many people know about, and it seats over 2,000 people, is the Regent's Park Open Air Theatre, which happens every summer, and that's well worth a visit as well. They do lots of plays there, and of course every year they always do a Shakespeare play as well, so that's well worth going down to. So yeah, we've got a couple in London, but my recommendation would definitely be going to the Regent's Park one. I think that's going to be a bit more, a bit less touristy, and you're going to have more of the people that know about it and go down for the great plays that they put on down there. Lovely, that's a good one. India actually puts on here, and you must be obviously living in London, but would you ever consider a group meetup for those that live in London or near it? Well, great question. Funny enough, I did try and do one of those for people that live near it for Christmas, and it must have been 2019, and I opened it up. We had a few people that were interested, and then sort of dropped out at the last minute. But if that's something that interests people and they want a group meet up, more than happy to do that. Once again, just let me know in the comments down below. I come up filming it in London at least once a week, and I'm happy to put on an event where we just go for a little stroll. And when I go for a little stroll, check with the people that I've taken out for a little stroll so far on a one-to-one basis. It won't be a little stroll, it'll be lots and lots of I would go for a walk. If it's something that takes your fancy, please do let us know in the comments down below. Love that one, that is brilliant. Oh, here's a good one. If I had 1 hour to spare in London, where would you go? Asks Paul. Well, it really does depend on the sort of mood I'm in. I think if I was going and I fancied a coffee, for me, I would definitely go down to Seven Dials. I love the coffee in Seven Dials, but I also love sitting outside the Seven Dials and just looking at the Seven Dials monument and the area. Plus, you've got Neal's Yard. It's just a lovely little area. Where else would I go? I think also, if the mood took me, I'd probably get an Uber boat and go up and down the Thames because that doesn't take too long, but you get to see quite a bit of London as well, and it's a lovely relaxing way to see London, seeing the sights from the banks of the River Thames. So that would be my answer, I would guess, on that one. Luana asks another one, so another one for her, which is great, thank you. When you started your YouTube channel 6 years ago, did you ever expect it to grow to what it is today? No, in an answer, not a hope. Didn't expect it at all. I do YouTube because I enjoy doing this. I enjoy sharing out the stuff, and that's the only reason I do it. And actually, do you know what? I get as much passion today from doing it as I did when I started. And I think that's the point at which you're going to then sort of reinvent yourself if that's not actually happening. But absolutely love doing it. I can't believe to where we've grown. And I think the bit for me, as I always say, is I just love the community that we have, that we've got on here. So that's now one of the prime reasons I do it. It's for that community, and I absolutely love it. So Luana, thank you very much, and thank you for being part of it as well, as are so many of you that are watching this. So a personal thanks from me. Taking into account the feedback that we've had previously, I'm going to kind of try and keep it fairly short and sweet this month. I'm going to give you a final question, which is, where is your favourite place in London? Once again, that depends again on whether the mood takes me. So if I'm in for history, I will go into the Tower of London. I'll go and immerse myself into the Tower of London, or alternatively, I'll go and find a bit of the old Roman wall or some old Roman relics, and I'll go and sit by that. I love just taking it in and sort of thinking back about history. Absolutely amazing. And also I love Borough Market, love popping down there and going and seeing the food, smelling the food, and seeing everyone walk around there as well. And I also love just going and walking down by the side of the Thames. That is beautiful. Just a chance to get out and about, walk down by the side of the Thames is another one of those relaxing things where actually I just love doing it. But also I'm discovering still so many places in London that I haven't found yet. So my fave places often change depending on what I found. So there you go. Listen guys, thank you so much for the questions. Let's just give you a quick from here, but then over the road you have the Tower of London. And it just gives you an idea. And there's just on the other side of the road there, you can see through the trees, you've got the Tower of London, which is just on the other side of this busy road. So that's why you can hear all of that background noise. Plus you've got all of the traffic queuing to get into central London as well. So there you go. Just over there. And it's a July day and it's absolutely heaving in there, I would imagine. But people having lots of fun and learning a lot of history about London and the Tower of London. So guys, thanks so much for joining us, really appreciate it. We'll do this again in August. So if you've got any questions on either the channel or alternatively on London, do let us have them down below at the bottom of this video. Take care guys, catch you soon. Thanks a lot, bye.